Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on with you, man? Welcome to the show, man. Glad to see you here, man. You know, talking about the Cleveland street story. You know, we all have a story and a journey, and today is your day.
Yes, sir.
You know, so
I
want to move some of this stuff out the way. And so, you know, the journey where we want to interview people that we know. I like to use different wording, that credibility that was out on the concrete, that was out there, and then all of a sudden they changed their life over and stuff like that. So most of the people that change their life over, we hear that you give back all the time. I've heard several things that you do once a year, but we'll get into that. But, you know, we know that you're a small business and you're giving back to the community. And one of the founders of an organization, we'll get into that one too. But let's talk about the journey, man. Can you tell me a little bit how, when you grew up, as far as your childhood, did you have your father in your life and, you know, siblings and stuff like that, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I tell my kids all the time, I had a great childhood. I have no complaints. Even though I really don't know that we were struggling, but it didn't feel like we were struggling to me, because my mother always had food on the table. So as a kid, it was me, my brother, and my sister.
Going back to something. So
yeah.
It's three of y'all. You the youngest?
I am the youngest.
Okay, all right.
Yep. So I'm the youngest of three.
How
from my mother?
How far as y'all apart from each other?
My sister got me and my brother by 10.
Oh, wow.
So me and my brother, we just a year apart. Year, just a little over a year apart. And then my sister, she was born in 60. I was born in, my brother was born in 69 and I was born in 70.
And all y'all got the same father?
Same mother. Different. Me and my brother got the same mother and father.
Oh, yeah.
But my older sister has a different father.
Okay, there we go.
But yeah, man, shoot, growing up, man, my fondest memories is, and I just posted this up on Facebook. What was the color of your door in King Kennedy? Because I know we left Longwood and went to King Kennedy, but I don't remember Longwood much. All I remember is playing in the courtyard of King Kennedy. Man, we had so much fun, man.
Right.
We had so much fun.
Still remember some of the people that was around there? They still around?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who we grew with?
Well, one family that lived, we was on the third floor. I'm like the third floor. We was on the third floor. And there was a family that lived on the first floor. Her and my mother was real cool to the point where we call each other cousins to this day. I got his number in my phone, and we still keep in contact with each other.
And they had gangs back then too, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure when I was living in King Kennedy, because keep in mind, I was, you're talking about the early 70s. We ended up moving up the way in 75. On Kinsman, which actually, we wasn't moving back up the way. We were moving, we was actually moving back up the way, because we had left Kinsman because my mother and father had separated.
Right, okay.
She left him, moved into the projects, and he came down there and lived with us, and then we moved back to 134th and Kinsman. So
the same house.
Yeah, the same house. Now my brother and my sister had lived in that house prior to, I think I was born, if I'm not mistaken. I was born in Longwood and was raised in King Kennedy up until 75. And then we moved back to 134th and Kinsman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me tell you this. So that right there was your turn. So when you were stable on Kinsman, how was your life there? You know how when you grow up and you're like teenager, then junior high. Oh, yeah. Then I'm gonna ask you about some things too. Like back then, if I'm not mistaken, I think they was busing y'all from after grammar school, elementary. You know, and then y'all went to junior high. It was junior high.
Oh yeah.
So tell me about that. Your elementary.
For sure.
Was you in?
Man, like I said, we had a great childhood. I remember going to, once we moved up on Kinsman, I was in the kindergarten, because I had already went to preschool down in King Kennedy. So by the time we moved up on Kinsman, I remember my mother taking me to Robert Fulton, going into the kindergarten class, and I don't remember. Yeah, I did the morning time. So they had morning and afternoon kindergarten back then.
Right.
Yeah, so you went in the morning from 9 to maybe 12
and went home.
So I would go to school with my brother, and then